Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Saturday, July 25th, 2015, and coming in first, there have been more details announced about Fallout 4. You'll be able to give Dogmeat, your dog companion, commands such as looting enemies, helping defend yourself if you get attacked, as well as retrieving objects which might be used in some puzzles. There will also be 11 other companions, both male and female characters will have access to, and each will actually be a romantic prospect. Terminal hacking and lockpicking minigames returned, and perks will be linked to special stats, not your levels, with a base 70 perks to choose from. Confirmed guns are sniper rifles, a wind-up laser shotgun, as well as a Fat Man mini nuke, which I'm guessing is the little mini nuke that they have. Radiation will now lower your maximum health over time until you completely get rid of it, and then will start to regenerate your health. Remember that Fallout 4 launches on November 10th. Ark Survival Evolved is getting a completely new game mode. The Survival of the Fittest mode puts players in a circular field with various weapon caches scattered about, and then the players just have at it. If that isn't enough for you, though, to get players in the mood to kill each other, the field actually shrinks smaller and smaller as time goes on to guarantee that there's going to be some carnage. The new mode is available on August 1st at 12 p.m., and there will be 35 teams streaming it, seeking a $20,000 prize. Well, now I've got a reason to play Ark again. 20,000 smackaroos. What? What's that? What? I'm not in a team. I do a daily gaming news show. Well, then why have I been picking up thousands of rocks? I've got hundreds of barrels of them. What's that? Ark. I don't play video games. A North American member from a professional CSGO team has admitted taking Adderall, a prescription drug used to treat hyperactivity, back in March. The ESL, the Electronic Sports League, has responded to this by implementing random drug tests. Well, I can't say that I'm really surprised by this, because this sort of thing happens in non-esports. In order for a sport to maintain its integrity, for the sport to just be good, you need to ensure that the outcome, that the players that are doing the work themselves and aren't being enhanced in any way. There's one other factor to think of, and that's kids. Won't someone please think of the children? But really, a lot of kids watch these professionals now more than ever, and we don't need them thinking that this is the way that you get to be a professional, by just taking drugs. There's more to it than that, I guarantee you. And what about the people who did make it there without any drugs? What about them? The only way to level the playing field is to completely remove it as a factor of play. I also want to note that CSGO, what the deal? What the deal, yo? There have been a lot of scandals surrounding CSGO, including people using aimbots or aim assisting controls, people purposely throwing matches because of betting. Now this? I'm sure that this does exist in other games like League of Legends and Dota, but it just seems like Counter-Strike has a lot more of these. It's more frequent. So, yeah, let's hope that this stops. Please, stop. You're going to ruin esports for a lot of people. With Windows 10 coming in just 4 days, I'd like to go over some of the features of Direct X12, specifically ones that are related to gaming. This won't be very long and it won't be very technical. I don't want to get into that. That'll be for another video. And I must also note that this will only apply to games that are written for DX12, that are DirectX 12 enabled. Meaning that if they're not written for it, then it's not going to apply. They're probably written for DX11 or actually DX9. And the only way that they would be, old games would be, is if they were completely rewritten for DirectX 12, and nobody's going to do that simply because of cost. Well, on to the features. First of all, it handles your CPU load more efficiently. It actually spreads the workload evenly across all cores and threads. Currently, the workload is only being spread across cores, and even then, only up to 4. It reduces the workload on the GPU, and if that's lower, then the GPU is able to do more, producing more frames. It will allow you to use multiple GPUs that aren't the same. And I'm not talking 2 different AMD cards or 2 different NVIDIA cards. You can already do it with 2 different AMD cards depending on certain things with Crossfire. I'm talking integrated Intel cards and AMD dedicated cards. I'm talking NVIDIA cards and AMD cards combined. This will be possible because what Direct X12 will do is actually tell each graphics card to render its own share, or each part of the screen, enabling you to stack VRAM because they're used at the same time. Whereas with Crossfire or SLI, you actually, each GPU, they alternate in spitting out frames, which does get you more frame rate, but still only keeps your VRAM as much as you had because you're alternating. I am super excited for this. If you haven't been able to tell, I was super excited in just reading the prologue for this. I'm not going to stop either. And I may just do some crazy things with Direct X12. I really think I might. So if you want to see some videos of a GTX 980 benchmarked with an R9 290, hit that like button, leave a comment, because I'll do it. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that. Totaling 8 gigabytes of VRAM only with DirectX 12. That will not happen with DirectX 11. So stay tuned. It's an exciting time. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff, and I will see you tomorrow.